By that reporter, Maeve Reston of the LA Times, who, by the way, deserves some kudos here, when pressed by Reston on whether it was fair that some insurance companies cover erectile dysfunction meds but not birth control, McCain answered, quote, "It's something that I had not thought much about," and yet he voted on it in the U.S. Senate. Is the big headline here that a senator admits to not bothering to even think about things he nevertheless votes on?
Well, it's funny. This is actually kind of a John McCain tick. He does this fairly often. In fact, there was an article, I want to say it was in the New Republic, in which he talked about this. And reporters like it the first time they encounter it or the second time they encounter it because it seems so kind of frank. He says, well, you know, I actually don't know that much about that, or I can't really remember that vote. And it seems kind of like a breath of fresh air because it's honest. But he does it enough time, you start to think, well, do you pay any attention to the votes you're casting? I mean, look, clearly a memo went out when the bill here, right, was to require insurance companies to cover something. Now, the Republican Party is not in the business of, you know, requiring insurance companies to do anything. So I'm sure he was just...
For momentarily speechlessness, a strong desire to be anywhere else on Earth. Side effects of facing a Viagra question when you're running for president. CNN's Joe Johns explains.
The Straight Talk Express started sputtering a little when a reporter asked John McCain whether it was fair that many insurance companies that don't cover birth control pills for women do cover Viagra.
I don't recall the vote right now, but I'll be glad to look at it and get back to you.
What triggered that uncomfortable exchange? Comments from McCain's campaign co-chairwoman, Carly Fiorina, the high-profile CEO who was helping McCain win over women voters. Earlier this week, Fiorina blasted insurance companies saying there are many health insurance plans that will cover Viagra but won't cover birth control medication. Those women would like a choice. McCain later faced a grilling about Fiorina's charge.
A similar subject, the Planned Parenthood fanatics want you and me to pay for everybody's birth control, so they use John McCain to make that point.
Ever use birth control? Then you'll want to hear this.
It's unfair. Health insurance companies cover Viagra but not birth control. Do you have an opinion on that?
I don't know enough about it to give you an informed answer.
Planned Parenthood Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising because women deserve quality, affordable health care.
Okay, listen up. Viagra is used to help a medical condition. That's why it's covered. Birth control is not a medical condition. It is a choice. Why should I or anybody else have to pay for other people's choices? Do I have to buy you dinner before you use the birth control? Give me and every other taxpayer a break, Planned Parenthood.